Welcome to Wrestling After Show right here on the Reality After Show Network. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined by Ohmar Gibson Jr. He loves it when I throw in the junior. We're talking wrestling. We usually talk a lot about WWE, but if you were paying attention last week, I was like, Ohmar, AEW is going to be in Cincinnati. Would you like to go to 2 nights of action? And you're like, oh, hell yeah, as Stone Cold would say. And
Yes.
our good friends over at AEW were more than kind and facilitating. And for that, we thank them big time. But Ohmar, this is really your first deep dive into AEW.
Yes.
Walk us through. Let's start night one, Dynamite, Wednesday night. You're in Cincinnati, and you don't follow AEW that closely, but it is in your peripheral. And
Yes.
I don't know. I know it was the first match on TV, but I'm sure there was stuff beforehand. Let's start with the Jon Moxley of it all. Dean Ambrose from WWE. You see, you're like, oh my God, who doesn't love the Shield? There's something.
Mhm.
This is Jon Moxley's hometown.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. So crowd's going crazy, and it's just like, wow, he sure is aggressive for a babyface.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was so confused. Like, I know a little bit because when I first got back into wrestling, I'm way more interested than anything going on with the women. So I immediately went to go watch Total Divas just to get familiar with like who may be like on the female side of the roster and stuff. And of course, they did end up showing a lot of things going on in the ring, and of course, Dean Ambrose was a part of like the latter seasons, and you had him, spazzing out and hopping over fences to chase dudes down. So I was a little bit familiar with what he did, or with him, and getting to actually see that in person, like, and I knew he was a heel in AEW too.
Yeah.
So to see him like come out and then everybody's going crazy, I'm like, is this right? Like we're supposed to be booing him, right? Like I'm a little lost here, but like there's something about that energy when you in the room for a live performance that is so contagious to where I'm like, oh, we cheering, I'm cheering, like, and
Yeah.
honestly, like just seeing him work and seeing the character like in person, like you can't help but kind of fall in love with that character. So it was really dope to see.
And you see why the Shield has made such an impact on the world of professional wrestling. I mean, you look at the 3 components. You look at the Seth Rollins, the Roman Reigns, and the Dean Ambrose. They
100%.
are just larger than life stars in this business.
100%. Like that, I said it when we had talked briefly after the show that like it was that energy in that room for it to be that size. It felt like we were in like a stadium, like an arena. Like that was crazy.
So my best, well, I have a few John. I met Jon Moxley before he went to WWE. I'd worked a show for Dragon Gate, and he had the reputation for being kind of crazy, and I have the reputation for being kind of crazy. And I'm literally in the locker room drinking moonshine, and he comes over to meet. We exchange pleasantries and shake hands, and it's mutual admiration. It's very, very nice, and everyone's like, well, they're like, what's going to happen here? I mean, it's just like crazy meets crazy, and Moxie's just like, yeah, this guy's fucking drinking moonshine in the locker room. Where Fairplay wins crazy of the night. I'm like, we're not gonna have an actual battle to this. This has been established. So for the evening, I defer to Fairplay on being the crazier of the two. So, but that was my first interaction, and fast forward to. AJ is the world champion on SmackDown, I take that back. AJ had just finished his feud with John Cena, and Dean Ambrose is the champion on SmackDown. And this was in Richmond, Virginia. It was a pay-per-view, and there's a woman sitting beside. I'm front row, and there's a woman sitting beside me that is the biggest Dean Ambrose fan on the planet, and she's just screaming, "Dean Ambrose! Oh my God, I love you, Dean!" Blah blah blah. And so AJ comes to the ring first, and he's wearing the John Cena Never Give Up headband that he had beaten John Cena for, it's still his headband. And this was the last time that AJ would wear this to the ring, and he threw it just to the ring mat, and security was like, "Fairplay, I think you should have this because my big rival in TNA was AJ Styles." So I have the Never Give Up headband from AJ. So the match is going on, and even though AJ is my rival, he's the bad guy. I'm rooting for AJ, but it's like, what's AJ wins the belt. I'm just like, yes, that's my guy. He gave me a spinning power bomb and a concussion my first night in TNA. He's the best. Who else am I going to root for? The woman beside me is losing her mind, tears running down her face. This is the worst night of her entire. I mean, it is bad. I'm like, oh my God, this woman loves Dean Ambrose. Like, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. I'm hanging out afterwards with the boys. That was Dean Ambrose's mom. So the closest that WWE was to Cincinnati was Richmond for her to see her son defend the title. And Dean Ambrose is just so old school. He didn't give her he didn't tell her he was losing.
Oh my God.
So she comes to see him defend the belt and he loses and she lost it. So and I was just like, oh my God, that makes a lot more sense. Because I was just like, this is the most dedicated Dean Ambrose fan of all time.
100%.
And his mom. And I can relate on Survivor, my first season of Survivor, I made it to the end, and I didn't tell anybody how I was going to do. And so we're at the live reunion show or whatever, and they're showing it, and there's a few thousand people there, and and I get eliminated, and everyone's cheering, and my mom is crying her brains out, and she's looking around like, you're a bunch of savages, like my son was just eliminated, what are you doing?
Oh man, no, that's funny. Dean Ambrose being kindred spirits is something I did not have on my 2025 bingo card, but here we are. That is amazing.
Here we are. So who was that? Was that Ambrose Speedball Mike Bailey?
Yes. I believe yes. That was
or the Kelly guy.
Yes, I because I went and looked up some names. This was a couple of days ago, and I seen his name, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, I'm gonna remember this." And of course, I forgot his name already. But yeah, it was the black guy with the dreads. He had
Kelly.
Short dreads. Yeah. It was a really good match.
Kevin Knight. Does that sound right? Kevin Knight.
That is it. Yeah, I feel like that is it. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I apologize, folks. And Ohmar is still in the glow of Moxley, so he is.
Look, let me tell you, I so many wrestling crushes off of this two nights of wrestling like that. AEW got a beautiful roster. Let me tell you that. They have a very beautiful roster. But yeah, watching that whole match.
If Ricochet, if things don't work out with Samantha Irvin. Ohmar's
look, Samantha, if things don't work out between y'all, I am willing to come and help. Okay, y'all just might need a third or somebody. Maybe out.
Maybe pitch the couple to throuple.
Look, that is it. That is the move right there. Because yes, I saw her in person when Raw came to Columbus last year. I looked over, she was right there behind the announcer desk, and my God, that woman is so beautiful. That she is fine as hell. Okay, like way more than on screen. Like she's fine as hell in person.
She's a big Jonny Fairplay fan.
In person too was everything.
Yeah, I took Jesse from Survivor to it was either Raw or SmackDown, whichever one. I feel like it was a Raw. And we were front row, and she's like, "Oh my God, Jonny Fairplay, can I get a picture?" And Jesse's like, "I fucking hate you."
Oh, I feel him. I would have been the same. Like, what? I would have photobombed immediately. Like it would have had to happen. Like, no, it was really, really cool. It's just going back to how crazy it was to have him being so cheered because it was his hometown. Like literally, his homeboy who was with him was like getting FU chats. So
Wheeler.
Is that Yuta? Is that his last name?
Yeah, Yuta Wheeler. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, that is a name I learned because all of the fuck you chants.
He is pretty good at being a weaselly shitbag.
Oh, okay,
Like he's
okay. I
got
feel
the
like I
character
saw that
down.
in the
Like
second
I
night.
love him, but I would boo him because like that like he's earned it.
Right, right. I feel
Whereas Ambrose is like, we like Ambrose.
yes.
We're in
It's like this
Cincinnati,
is
like
legacy
relax.
talent right here, you know.
Yeah. Everyone else, you play along, we're not.
Yeah, no,
So,
I
but
feel
yeah,
that.
but Wheeler Yuta is just amazing at just being a absolute shitbag.
Yes, and then my cousin who was with me that night had to point out that was Cesaro who was with Dean Ambrose because I didn't recognize him because I didn't watch. I wasn't watching when he was on in WWE, so I wasn't like as familiar with his face as like somebody as like iconic as a Dean Ambrose. But then when he said that, I'm like, okay, like this makes so much sense. Like,
yeah, the Cesaro people were anticipating a much. They were just like, oh, Vince didn't get it. Like he's going to be the man, and I'm just like, I feel like Vince got it.
yeah, because like now he's just a part of this faction. And even the woman Marina, who was a part of the group, she looked real intense. Like I would be very afraid of that person.
She's really figured out. She's friends with Ronda Rousey. She has the MMA background, Marina Shafir, and she started not so good, and she's like she plays the role of heavy very well. And
yeah, I felt that in her match she had the following night.
I think if they had allowed Scarlett to do more of that for Karrion Kross, I feel like that's how you properly utilize her. Because like I know when they went up when Kross went to the main roster, Vince was like, cut his hair and put him in a mask and get rid of the girl, and it was like the girl's a big part of this. Yeah, and then like when they finally decided to use the girl, it was like, make her wrestle. And I'm like, that's not her wheelhouse. Like everything that this guy has going for you, you're doing the opposite.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. But I was about to say, what was that? Getting back to the AEW show, getting to see more. Obviously, I'm a big WWE guy. I said that before. So obviously, I was familiar with the Mercedes Monday. I've been saying Monday. It's Monday.
It is literally. I understand it's obnoxious for the sake of being obnoxious, but at the same time, relax. Like it either it's Monet or like it's. That's not how you say that word.
It bothers me every time now that I hear it because I've been reading it in such a different way for so long. But it's I've said before about AJ Styles that I didn't like him because of his hair. My dad was married to somebody who did hair. My sisters did hair. There was a huge block in my life where I was familiar with this. So I used to didn't like Mercedes Moné because her wigs looked very cheap in WWE. But once she wore that night, it looked like it could have been real. She looked very good in person, not even just the hair. Just she's also another very gorgeous lady in person. I wasn't that really attracted to her before when I seen her just like on screen and stuff, but like once she came out, I was like, oh, okay, like this woman is gorgeous.
So there was a point of time, I don't think it's currently the case, even though I do love her matches, like when you see her on PLEs and stuff, or pay-per-views rather for AEW. She was my favorite female wrestler of all time. Like the stuff she did with Bayley and NXT, like I still think that's probably the greatest women's match of all time. And I love her, but I'm not her promos in AEW and they literally hired someone from WWE to come and write her promos.
Oh wow.
And I'm just like, ask for a refund. And apparently the money she's making, she's one of the highest paid wrestlers on AEW.
I've heard that she got like signed by them and there was like rumblings and everything that was going on there. And I mean, like, I'm not surprised. Like, she does have that like star quality. Like when she comes out, like you see, like you feel it. Like this person is a big deal. But
and then she talks.
I've seen the clips of those promos, and it is.
And then she talks. Unfortunately, it's just a disconnect. Like I mean, like I just like I understand. Like I don't know. I don't know. I feel she's equally as bad as Charlotte Flair when it comes to this part of the game.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
So like Charlotte Flair is
robotic.
robotic. Yeah.
It's ironic, I guess.
Yeah, so like Charlotte Flair's robotic in her promos, and they're kind of painful, and Mercedes it's just like she's just not there, and I'm just like, and then like it's just like, oh well, I'll just work in my catchphrase and bring it all together. I'm just like, maybe skip the catchphrase every 2 out of 3 times. I mean, I don't know. I just, as I said, if it's a pay-per-view, the bell rings. I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be one of the best matches, and like especially give me somebody that I really want to like her and Toni Storm. I'm like, yes, I want this, I need this, and then the Toni Storm of it all. I think her matches are fun. Like, they're more than fine. I think her matches are good to great. I think Mercedes is better in ring, but the total package that is Toni Storm is the most amazing thing ever.
Oh my God. I walked out of that show like, if that is not one of the greatest gimmicks of all time, I don't know what is. Maybe I'm speaking as a newer fan. Like somebody can give me a list that may be better, but I feel like when it's all said and done, Toni Storm might be one of the greatest characters in wrestling ever. Like, especially the performance, it is crazy. Like, I don't think I ever want to not see her not be that.
Like, yeah, and it's so crazy. Like she was in WWE and just it's like rock and roll UK. It's like, all right, well that I think that's a pretty cool gimmick for 1989. Rock and roll UK, get it?
I did not know what they had because she's somebody who had she penetrated my algorithm immediately. Like when I got back into wrestling, and I feel like I started watching it was like, where's this person at? And then it clicked like, oh, they're not in WWE.
Yeah. So no, she would kill it. Well, and her big rival is now in NXT, and I think we're going to see a little more of that Toni Storm character in
Blake Monroe. Yes.
Yeah,
I think a little bit. I see inklings where I'm like, is she just doing Toni Storm in NXT? Like just a Hollywood princess kind of version? I don't know, but
yeah. I prefer the Toni Storm version, but I'll allow the other.
Yes, it did. Like I said, I was so bad I didn't actually get to see her in ring, but just seeing the character was enough. And like somebody who I think was maybe underrated in WWE, and maybe it's because she was injury prone. Athena, aka Ember Moon.
Oh,
I went back and watched her best of. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. Like I went back and watched when I was getting back familiar. Like it was the best of WWE series on Peacock, and one of the episodes that just played after one of the ones I was watching, I can't remember, was hers. And all of her stuff she was doing in NXT, and I was like, yo, like they really let this girl go? Like how did this happen? Like I need to know more. Like because she is a dog in that ring. Like
the issue with Ember Moon, she got up to the main roster and they're like, she's Ember Moon, she's kind of weird.
It did nothing.
And it's like, all right, well, I mean, like weird, like what? She's Ember Moon. She's kind of weird. All right. Like, is she real weird? No. Okay. All right. So just kind of. Like more than halfway weird? Nope. All right. So she's kind of like the rest of us, I guess, because I feel like we're all like a little weird, right? Well, a little more than that, but not much. I'm like, all right. Cool gimmick, bro. I love it.
Oh my god! So it was all about the gimmick and the character,
and there was just nothing like that. Everything, whatever you loved and gathered and was focused, not like it. She's just a little weird.
That's a shame. Like she has one of my favorite finishes all time. I that Eclipse is crazy. I love that.
Well, she's great. And then Tony Khan has buried her on Ring of Honor. It's like, you're the Ring of Honor champion. I'm just like, if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, did it make a noise?
Right. Because I didn't even hear about when I see how long she had been holding the belt, I was like, okay, like why has this not been more felt more important? And then they, I learned okay, you have Collision and Dynamite, and then Ring of Honor is I guess they're NXT.
No.
Lower.
I no one knows why it's there, Omar. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
It literally makes no sense.
Because I'm it seems like you could kind of just absorb that between both shows, especially considering when I was watching those matches, I feel like most of the people I saw in the Ring of Honor show had matches or segments in the Dynamite or Collision show. So.
Yeah, well, they get to win some matches on Ring of Honor, so they lose every match that they're on Dynamite or Collision, and it's like, so why would I root for and or watch anyone in Ring of Honor?
Makes sense. That totally makes sense. Why one? That's when most of the people were either arriving or leaving whenever they started with the Ring of Honor stuff. Even I was like, I think there was like 3 or 4 matches in the Ring of Honor the second night, and like 2 of them were like okay, and then like the last 2 were like such a slog that I had stood up and walked to the back of the room just to like watch, just so I could be like, I don't want to miss anything, just in case something exciting does happen, but
I don't need to be up here.
This is not how you end your show. Like, you want to send people home on a high. Like, this was not it.
Yeah. Did they finish with a dark match afterwards? Like, or no?
Yeah. That was when Marina had her match with some babyface who was, I wanted to like her, but nothing was happening in the ring. And then I can't even remember the last guys that was there, honestly.
Okay. So they ended with the bang, huh?
Yeah. It was very soft, very like some poo could have came out fart. Like, that was not how you wanted to end the show at all. But the show, the rest of the show itself was really good. I know last week we had talked about all the distractions and interferences and stuff in WWE and how they're relying on that as a crutch. I noticed they did a lot of the same here too. So I'm like, at least it's not just WWE. Everybody seems to be floundering when it comes to definitive victories.
Well, it's crazy because they were kind of the opposite, but equally as unfulfilling, in that they were AEW was the home of the 12 to 15 minute match. That's 50-50 in offense between the two guys, but one guy would definitively win, at the end, without a distraction or any of that. But the problem was the guy that won should have won in 6 minutes, and it should have been 70% offense or 80% offense, not 50-50, not 12 to 15 minutes. So that's equally, like, as bad as that is, this is bad on the other side of the spectrum of, sometimes a guy needs to just beat the shit out of another guy. Like Kevin Knight did not need that much offense against Jon Moxley. I'm sorry.
No, like, they made me a fan of him. Like, I'm like, why would you do this to me? Both nights, because he had matches both nights. I love first night was just the 1-on-1 with Jon Moxley, and then the second was a tag team match. And the entire time I'm like, okay, well, they lost the first night. Like, they're gonna win tonight, right? Like, and it's like, no.
But plenty of offense to where you think they're gonna, and it's just like, all right, like, what do we like? It's like, I don't know. There's elements of when I started watching wrestling in the 80s, and you just had, it was star versus jobber, and you get Hulk Hogan every 3 weeks, if that. You get Demolition, 2 out of 4 weeks, whatever. And it really, like, at the end of the day, like, your imagination was the story is just like, oh my God, I need to see the Road Warriors versus Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Like, I need to see this match. Like, I what's going to happen? Or you do the best is the Battle of the Bulls, the Battle of the Big Men. You have Dr. Death Steve Williams doing something over here, and then you have Terry Bam Bam Gordy doing something over here. And it's like, oh my God, if these two ever locked up, this would be the greatest match. Like, they're two of the biggest. Oh, they're the best. For the record, that match, always the worst fucking match you'll ever see. Always in the history of ever.
It's like they build it up and it's just such a letdown.
Well, their shit works with them just beating the shit out of people.
Right.
So when you got the other guy going, either we beat the shit out of each other, or we don't do anything and we don't sell each other's moves. It's like, well, I really don't feel like selling your shit, brother.
It was all the ego. Bless their hearts, man.
Yeah.
Ego ruins wrestling.
So, all right, well, let's go back in time. You first get to the building. Like, what are the major differences between AEW and WWE? Just walking into a live Dynamite filming and all that?
So, I guess just based off the size of the venue, it was a lot lot easier to just go straight where I was going as far as they had it in basically a music hall that was right next to Paul Brown Stadium. I had never noticed that this venue was even here, but it is an absolutely gorgeous venue. Like I would go to
Yeah.
more
A lot of
shows
people
at
say
that
good
place.
things about it. Like they're just
Yes,
like, this is a cool deal.
yeah, like it is really nice. Like literally, you just walk right in the doors outside, and then as soon as you walk in those doors, you're basically like you can see the ring right there. You can see the concession stands. You can see the merch stuff. Like everything is just right there. Um, so literally, as soon as you walked in, everybody was kind of you could see of course, the big lines. Everybody's getting the merch and stuff like that. Of course, I definitely walked past the merch table, walking in like, oh, let's see, like, is there anything that looks nice? Like,
And so
AEW
AEW has been historically bad with merch. However, in recent weeks, it's said to have been better. How did you feel the merch compared? How just without a comparison, and then the comparison, of course, to WWE.
Well, it was I don't know if I'm the person for this because I don't do a lot of live shows, but when I go, I do like the support. So it wasn't anything that I was like, I feel like had I been an AEW watcher for even a month or so, I probably would have bought like it was a hologram is the guy with the mask. I probably would have like bought that mask just because it did kind of look like a cool mask. I obviously bought the Swerve shirt because I am a very simple guy. I do like, and then I've seen clips of stuff of Swerve Strickland, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to support that guy. Put some money in his little merch, boost up his merch sales.
Nice. I'm a Swerve guy too. It sucks because like I think Swerve is so like he's like 90% a total package. I think he's amazing in the ring. I think he can sell you on whatever he's doing. Like you're buying in. I think he's a man of the people. Like it's just like, oh, this is my guy.
Yeah.
And but I feel sometimes, and not every time. I feel more times than not. He's great. But like that 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 promos, he's not nailing it. And I'm just like, dude, you're kind of like our fucking, Ice Cube fucking, I don't go much more like, name a 2 Chainz, like he's got that cool street thing. And it's just like, but he doesn't sometimes.
It's like it slips through where it's like, did you go to a private school growing up?
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't think it's that bad, but I feel like he's just like it's like yeah, like Biggie Smalls or Tupac never cut a promo, and like like halfway through you're like, I don't know. Where with Swerve, like he'll just drop a little bit and just like I don't know, Swerve, like you collect Pokemon cards? Like Biggie Smalls and Tupac didn't.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Right?
Yes, I feel that. No, but getting back to the merch, it was, I will say they had some nice looking belts. Their belts looked legit. Again, had I been a fan, I'm like, and I had to drop, I think it was like, I want to say they was up there. I feel like one of them was like 400 or something like that. But
yeah.
There's
a guy that bought. I went to the last SmackDown. I believe it was SmackDown or Raw. They all run together. And I think it was Raw, the last one in Greensboro. And this guy was like, it's like I got to get to the merch. I got to get to the merch. I got to get to the merch. And he just cut right through and bought the last Seth Rollins championship. It was just like, dude. Can't believe I got the last one. It's only $850 or what. And I'm just like, huh?
Like, baby, that's my rent.
That's more than my rent.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's crazy. But I get it. Like, if you're a fan that much and you really have, like, you got it to spend, like, why not?
Or you just earn it.
Give me a year of wrestling school. I got you. Wait, that's a cruiserweight belt, right? I'm not a cruiser.
Well, you know what? There could be another belt in my future.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. You know what? Let's have some fun. I did get a phone. So I'm sleeving up my arm, And so I got the Skull and Crossbones Jolly Roger Burton from Survivor drew that, and so that's like a little Survivor thing. I got pinball here. I got other stuff I'm doing, and I wanted to do something wrestling related. And so the owner of Boca Raton, Championship Wrestling, he was just like, if you get the heavyweight championship belt tattooed, he goes, I will give you $1,000 and I will let you win the heavyweight championship.
Oh shit.
And I'm just like, marks / wrestling nerds have ruined the belt tattoos, I think, for everyone. that's a hard move when you choose to do that. So I was like, B, I don't feel like a heavyweight champion kind of guy.
Weasley Hill heavyweight champion, yes.
Yeah, but I don't even want that. Like, I don't want the David Arquette of it all.
I did hear about that.
Yeah. So, Bobby the Brain Heenan and Jimmy Hart, or even Jim, they were never world heavyweight champion, and I think that's a good thing. So yeah. But maybe on the horizon, you never know. But I'm very happy with my cruiserweight championship, and it's going nowhere. I can assure you.
Yes.
I've been training.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, I've been training. I'm a cage fighter, as we've seen in the videos. So all right. So
I'm super jealous of the Mr. Iguana shirt. I need one of those.
Yeah, we'll get.
I need.
This is not the one you can buy on WBShop.com. This is much better than that one. So.
I feel it, but
I have still yet to see Mr. Iguana wrestle. Like last night, I was just like, oh my god, Mr. Iguana, and then I got this. I just bought a new business, and I'm just like, oh my god, right now, are you kidding? And I was gonna press pause. I'm like, this will be a minute at most, and 8 minutes later, there's Mr. Iguana laying on the ground, and I'm like, all right, well, still have yet to see Mr. Iguana, but I have the shirt.
Yeah, no,
I don't feel like I'm missing much.
No, it's a fun thing. It happens. The crowd pops.
Yeah.
You laugh a little bit.
A little bit.
He does a really good job of selling the like his facial expressions take me out every time. So
yeah, he's good, and he kicks the iguana up, and I'm just like, dude, that's me. Like I'm hitting that 1 out of 5 times.
Yeah, no, it's just a fun thing. So, and we need a little bit of that because it is a lull in wrestling right now. So.
Yeah. So you get there. The merch lines are good. Good crowd. Like they filled out the building for even though it's a smaller venue, they filled it up.
Yes, literally, as soon as the show started, I had posted it on my story. All of the risers, everybody up there, it was all filled up. Everybody on the floor was filled up. Everybody was just so pumped and excited. It is one of the most contagious feelings ever, just to experience something like that. And like I said, it got me I was pushed into the deep end of this AEW thing, and I'm like, I swear I'm just fine. It was perfectly fine.
I won't reveal the source, but there's a person very, very wrestling affiliated that's responsible for these tickets, and I messaged them. I want to say it was a guy or girl, and I was just like, you have made a fan for life. Thank you so much, and they were very excited to read that response. So
yes, it definitely.
So you do the merch thing. You see the ring. The presentation's definitely different than WWE, yes. But that's a good thing, right?
Yes, because it felt like I've never been to a house show, but it felt like what I imagined a house show to be almost. Okay. So it felt like more intimate. It felt like the people there wanted to be there, in a way. They weren't there just to kind of do a job, if that makes sense.
So and I feel like it has a rawness to it, pun intended, to where it's the stripped down thing it's just this is more about the action in the ring and not the soap opera of it all.
It's not about the pomp and circumstance. It is about
Yeah.
like, this is wrestling, and it was one of those experiences that made me want to actually check out more like independent wrestling shows and smaller wrestling shows. Like there were people outside after the show handing out like tickets. It was like, oh, you're a wrestling fan, you'll come check this out. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then I looked at it, and I was like, I actually might go.
I'm gonna have Jonny Fairplay hit him up in a little bit.
It's like, oh, I might go. I think it was one of the girls who was on Ring of Honor was kind of like marketed on there, and I was like, okay, I might go see that.
Okay.
But it was just a really good show, like some really, really good talent. And I will admit to this, I am slightly superficial. So what I said about the roster being attractive, I'm like, all I have to do is want to see these people, literally, and I would be like, I'm in there. So if you could also sell me on the wrestling too, and on the characters, even without me not knowing anything about the stories or anybody's character or anything like that, like you got me.
Okay, well, let's a couple quick names and reactions. Speedball Mike Bailey.
Speedball Mike Bailey. Okay,
he had the mullet.
Oh, that was Jet Speed. That's the team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. People were really cheering him. They seem to like him.
I love him.
So,
I love Speedball Mike Bailey. So I think he would have been a great back in the day they had Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood, and then there was some fake Youngbloods afterwards. I'm like, this guy could be a Youngblood. Not sure if it's a compliment, but I love Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yeah, like he was pretty cool to see. I was saying he definitely was one of the ones that I was like, I don't know you, and I probably won't remember your name for a while, but I like you.
There we go. You got Edge and Christian Hug.
Oh man, I said before, I was not Edge fan growing up. I wasn't a Christian guy growing up. I remember at one point I did have an Edge action figure, which is crazy. But
those gifts from the aunt.
It's like, oh, he like the wrestling, so we gonna get him the wrestlers. But yeah, I remember that I had that in China. I would never forget. I had the China. I took that was like one of the toys I had forever. I love China. So I got right at the whole Judgment Day kicking Edge out. Like I caught that part in WWE. But getting to see him come out, and I'm like I said, not a fan. As soon as that music hit, I'm standing up. I am screaming every lyric because I didn't let it play on every 2K that I done played. Like I make sure that is one of the songs, because while I have not messed with him as a character, that song is a banger. That is one of those ones where it's like you see the meme there a couple times a year. Best wrestling theme of all time. Like Edge is in that comment, like section. Like
you are the best non-fan of all time. Just like I cheered like crazy. I couldn't stop.
It's crazy, so crazy. Like every word for word, screaming it, like right along with how they will cut the music out and be like, "Let the crowd have it." I'm with y'all, word for word, because like I said, that live crowd is contagious, and it's one of those things that will make you a fan of somebody. And I was like, even though I still don't, and obviously it's an age thing for sure. I'm like, in ring is whatever, but like this is an icon right here. Like it's undeniable.
And then Scumbag Christian, like it's the hug, and you're like, I'm here for the hug.
Yeah, like it was a cool moment to see. Like I got to see that in person, and like the gravitas of the moment didn't even really hit me until I'm like, oh, they really do have like this long history. Like I don't know what their story has been since they've both been in AEW, but this is great.
Yeah. So who else? Who were final thoughts on who are you leaving going? I'm so like that was really cool.
Chris Statlander, Statlander.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said her name right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I've heard that name a lot, and when I got to see her work in the ring, I was like, okay, I get it. Willow Nightingale, another one where I was like, okay, I get it. She has like the most Lizzo energy I've ever seen from anybody. Like Lizzo before the controversy, she has like that kind of like bubbly, happy, like she looked like she would be so much fun to hang out with type of vibe.
I love the idea. Like I think the person, I think she's great. I think the smile, I think the cadence, I think the work, I think even the I think it's all great. I think the name is the fucking worst. Like it literally screams indie wrestler or create a wrestler, random name generator. And I don't like the look. Like face, she's great. I think the gear is a little low budget.
A little uninspired, definitely. So like we worked on that. Like that is a star for sure. And
I think Willow Nightingale in WWE has a different name. Like if she came in like with Vince in charge, I don't want to know her. Like I don't want Dewdrop 2. But Triple H in charge, she gets a new name and they fix her gear. She's
good to go.
She's printing money.
Yes. And then there was, I mean, obviously Ricochet, one of my favorite wrestlers.
I love Ricochet. We've been friends for a while. I love Ricochet. And it's so funny. My fiance. So back when Ricochet was feuding with Adam Cole in NXT, they had the ladder match for the North American Championship. And Adam Cole, he's a good looking guy, and he had the long hair, and and the tan at that point was perfect. It wasn't yellow or whatever it turned into in AEW. But anyway, but it's the two of them. It's a ladder match. And my fiance walks through the room, and she was like, "What's this?" I was like, She was like, "I'm rooting for the good-looking one." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "What, should I grow my hair out?" She goes, "The bald one." Like, oh.
Yes, Mrs. Fairplay, I am with you. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Oh my God, go. He was one of those.
My bingo card.
Yes, he captured my. He was another one who was a part of my reintroduction into wrestling. Me and my dad was just shooting pool at like Dave and Buster's, and in the background, the 2023 Royal Rumble was on, and they had that spot between him and Logan Paul. I was like, "Oh, I need to watch this again. I think I'm back. Like, I think I need to go." I was like, before that, I just seen clips of Bianca Belair, and I'm like, "She's gorgeous. She's black. She's a champion. I need to be in this." And then I was like, "Oh, like this is what y'all doing now? Like, I need to go watch this." Like, So
there's a part of me that I was just like, he goes to AEW. He's one of many. There's lots of ricochets.
Yeah.
And but I feel like I feel whatever they're doing is working. I'd like a few more wins, but it's fine. Like he's in the mix. He's in the conversation. Like I think I'm good with that. Whereas in WWE, I'm just like, there's only one of you. And yes, Vince didn't get it, and Triple H might not, but Triple H has always liked him. And I'm just like, if they choose to turn the corner, there's one Ricochet, and I love the idea of that.
Yeah, same. And he was even cool. I feel like I saw a little bit of an offense change in him, like in AEW. Like I feel like I didn't see that much like high flying, flipping and all of that. Like I feel like he was like much more like a brawler, like in that ring. Like so, I thought even that was cool to see. And like you said, see him getting wins. Like to actually just see him win, I was like, yeah, like thank you, Tony Khan, for this booking decision. Like you didn't know that it was a gift to me, but it was. Like to get to see that in person was everything. And even lower card talent like
Will Ospreay. You're like just something, like lower card talent like Will Ospreay. Apparently he's like
as far as those names, I didn't get to see them wrestle, so they didn't make a big impact. But I know like of Will Ospreay, MJF, him in the ring. As soon as I seen him, I was like, did somebody create a baby between CM Punk and The Miz? When did this happen? Because that is what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
And I could not think of that ever like this as soon as I saw him. And I don't even remember Cowboy Shit dude's name. I just remember everybody chanting Cowboy Shit. So.
Adam, that's their world champion, Hangman Adam Page.
That is Adam. Okay, now I cannot remember Hangman Adam Page because I've heard this name, and I'm like, for some reason, I thought that was the dude putting people in body bags. I was like, that was another like wrestling thing where it's like anybody else who's not a wrestling fan, you see somebody putting people in body bags, you're like, what the fuck are we watching here? But it's like, nah, it's just a gimmick. Like we'll get it eventually.
Yeah, Hangman Adam Page was 25 minutes down the road from me.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Your proximity to wrestling is like so dope.
It's crazy. So
really
anyway.
Lower card talent, like in WWE, they was the maximum male models.
Yeah,
I think they're like is it M&M TV? I don't know.
sure.
WWE,
M&M Collective, does that sound right?
huh?
M&M Collective, maybe?
Something like that. Yeah, I know they're with John Morrison, which was crazy to see him in person because he looks smaller in person. I thought like they made him seem so big when he was on Survivor. But like
Well, he
whoever
is,
made the
because
decision,
all reality stars are midgets, you know. Well, I would say we're little people, no, because we're not really midgets, we're little people, but we are
they're normal.
shockingly smaller than you would imagine.
Yeah, no, he looked very small. Like it took me a minute, then I was like, wait, is that John Morrison right there? Like it took a second, but then it hit. But whoever made the decision to put a mask on Massey's face should be crucified. That
Yeah.
is an absolutely gorgeous man. Don't ever do that again. Like,
You know, I'm sure you could have told him afterwards. I don't know if he was going to listen, but you could have told him.
Yeah, he was right there. He was right there, close to like right there by the thing. I almost did. I was just like in awe because I'm like,
where were your seat? Were you like third row, second row?
So first night we were like 2 or 3 rows behind the announce desk. So if anybody who's watching this, just look for Jonny Fairplay shirt on a black face on a black shirt, and then look above it. You'll see me. And the second night, literally, if the corner of like the outside the barricade is right here, my seats were 2 seats away from that.
Yeah.
So like third row on that side too, on the hard cam side. So,
okay.
When Ricochet fell out the ring and fell against the barricade, he was right there.
Yeah. Did you have a wrestling after show poster?
I did. Did the
you?
second night I did.
Oh, wow.
I threw it up, and then I was so second night, my friend stood me up, go to hell. So I was really like in my head about that because I don't go to events by myself. That's not a thing I do. Yeah. But like immediately after I got over that, I was just like the fan in me just took over. So it didn't even read like this. I kind of forgot about the sign after the show started. So the sign went up like as soon as the show started. We're cheering for the opening and stuff like that. And then after that, I was just watching the matches and the characters.
That was it. Did you make friends with fans around you, or not so much?
A little bit with the ladies that was next to me, because there was this one, and I wish I took a picture with her because, on God, I almost looked at her and said, "Do you know Jonny Fairplay? Because you look like Jonny Fairplay."
Oh no!
A different haircut and a bunch of tattoos, ma'am. It was crazy, but she was thirsting over half of the roster. Like she was saying all of my intrusive thoughts.
Oh,
so we kind of became kindred spirits towards the end of the show. So
you were doing a Harley Cameron impression. She was your ventriloquist. She was your dummy. You were the ventriloquist.
Yes, it was crazy. Halfway through the second night, or like really in the beginning, I felt bad because there were some kids behind me and I could hear them saying they couldn't see. I even heard one of them say something with the locks, and I was like, well, I'm sorry. I wanted to trade seats with him, but I'm sorry I didn't have that in me. Still, there was this guy with a big back and a pink shirt who was in the front row who wouldn't sit down, so they wouldn't have been able to see nothing anyway.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. So us vertically challenged wrestling is not your best friend when it comes to rows 4 through 8 on the floor.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Grandpa, God, everybody who put the G's to make me 6'2", 6'3". I don't know how tall I am.
Yeah, who's to say? So, all right. Well, great experience, AEW
for life. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, AEW. Let's end some quick takes because it's kind of a lull right now. There is the rumor and innuendo that AEW or that WWE will be adding a PLE event that will be on ESPN even before the contract starts to have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar to go against AEW All Out. And you think they would have mentioned it last night? No, they're going to do this on 2 weeks' notice just to fuck up that pay-per-view buy rate.
And it really, even especially after experiencing AEW show live, I'm like, do not play this game. Like, I get it. Y'all can outmoney them all day. But at some point, I just feel like the fans are going to get tired of it. Like, and people are going to realize how much more just fun it is at an AEW show. It's more fun experience, a more affordable experience. And you cannot compete with a good time that way. Like I don't think you can.
And it's an ugly move.
It really is. Like
So
it leaves a bad
just
taste in people's mouths.
the optics and the aftertaste. You know, there's plenty of emotional attachment feelings that goes with stuff like this. It's like, yeah, I get it. You can do that. Yes, I get it. They threw the first stones. You know, like Tony Khan called you. You know, said some things that he shouldn't have, and I get why he said, but that's neither here nor there. But like. It's ugly. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to work, and so if that's the objective, then the mission accomplished. But God, and I don't need I'm good with the amount of wrestling that we have.
Yes,
I don't need more.
Yes, 100%. Like it is. I haven't even started fitting AEW programming into my weekly wrestling schedule yet.
Yeah. And you got and Triple Mania is just like, hey, did you love Triple Mania? It's just like, I saw some highlights. I kind of think I want to go back and watch, but and they're like, don't worry, we got another one in 2 weeks.
Which is crazy. I was like, as soon as they said something about Worlds Collide, I was like, didn't the show just happen a couple months ago? And I'm like, oh no, we're just doing another one for no reason. But if it wasn't for the fact that I went
until tomorrow, our tickets are on sale now. It's in 2 weeks. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's Las Vegas.
Right. I'm like, literally, if it wasn't for the fact that I went to sleep super early that night, that night Triple Mania happened and woke up super early in the morning, I would not have watched that show. I was just bored, woke early in the morning. It was like, oh, this show happened. Let me go ahead and throw this on. Otherwise, it would have just got lost in the sauce.
It's a lot. So
it was a good time.
Naomi, the best run of her life. I mean, like literally, this is it. And some say it's like, oh man, this is bad. I mean, it's kind of great news.
It is. It is because again, I followed the story on Total Divas, so I know she had like a lot of problems with like having a baby or like trepidation about it, like she didn't know if she was going to be able to, and it happens when she's, like you said, in the best run of her career. So that part of it is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, like it's a baby. Like it'll take 9 months. She gonna have it, and then she can do the rehab and the training, and she'll be back, and she could come finish it all off.
Well, I think in in this new regime, like not the Vince McMahon regime is just like, how could you have a kid? It's just like, oh, but don't you love having kids? The fruit of your loins, you brag about them. So, right. But it was kind of a taboo thing for Vince, which is, ugh. But with Triple H, we've seen, Stephanie McMahon, no, she did not create the women's initiative, but she does kind of take credit for.
She's like the face of it.
So, but she is also like a huge backer, and Triple H is right there with her as a back. And we've seen with Becky Lynch, hey, you need to take you need to take the time. You want to have a kid, you come back. There's a spot for you, and it's right there where you left.
Right, like Becky Lynch did it. I believe Ronda Rousey did it too.
Yeah.
And obviously, like I've watched the interview on Stephanie's podcast, and she literally said it like, this will be here for you. Like, and I think it's also a testament to Naomi, like how just being like a good worker, like in the company, and being somebody it's like, we want to see you be great, so we are going to like give you the time and the opportunity to do what you have to do, and this job will be here when you get back. Like, it's not a big deal.
So
I
really
think
happy. Cool. It's funny because like the fans are just so behind her. It's just like, you got your gold watch moment. You won the belt. You're having a kid, and she was just like, I'm not turning good guy.
Yeah, like she was like, I believe she straight up said, you bitches got 9 months and some change, and I will be back. Like it was everything in that moment. Like. I will say, I hope to God. I mean, obviously they don't need to exploit their situation, but just because every time I see Jimmy and Naomi together, their relationship is one of those things that make me like, oh, y'all so adorable. I wish I had a person. But I hope they have like I hope they do a show for them. I think that'd be dope to see them in their experience and their journey to having their first kid together. Like that'd be dope.
I think that would be more fun to watch than a Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch baby show. Like I feel we get the best of Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins on TV, where we might not get the best of
No,
Jimmy Uso and Naomi.
I see it every time they that clip of Jimmy throwing away all of Naomi's snacks on Total Divas. That reel hits my timeline regularly, and it is one of the funniest, most adorable things in the world. That I'm like, man, a show of this works. Like,
yeah, she was good. I enjoyed Naomi on Total Divas. I thought that was a smart choice then, and I was just like. And I felt, watching her in ring around that same, I'm just like, there's a lot of meat on the bone here. You got, like, and even when she won the Glow title and she glowed, she put my ride in her belt, and it was just like, hey, I think a lot of it was a little blown out of proportion for TV's sake, but it's just like this is good. Like this is how you stay there.
Yes.
So yeah. So
let's compete with AEW, guys, please.
So Roman Reigns showed up last night for no reason except to sell tickets to Philadelphia, apparently.
Absolutely no reason at all. I was at work cleaning, and I'm like, okay, the show's going off. They beating everybody up, and then I just hear the do. I'm like, what? Why? What is happening here? Like, I was kind of counting down a little bit in my head, like it's gonna happen, right? Like they're gonna have them come out, and just for the sake of sakes, just to be like, hey, Roman's still involved in this storyline.
Well, he was advertised on the local advertising. So if you went to the box office for for the venue, whatever, it's just like Roman Reigns will be there, but they did not advertise globally or television.
Makes sense, because if you buy those live tickets, it's like I'm paying what for what?
Like, Roman Reigns is going to be there. Is he going to do something big? Who's to say? And the answer was no. But honestly, I was waiting for him to beat up Jimmy or Jey Uso, because I was just like, he came for that. Like, beat up Jey Uso. Like, do something. Does anything? Like, that was nothing. So, and apparently we're going to get a match against the tribal thief.
Tribal thief, yes. For the shoe to follow.
Did you notice the shoes that the tribal thief was wearing last night?
They're not, or are they not the same ones?
So, Bronson Reed was wearing AirTech Challenge, Nike AirTech Challenge, the Andre Agassi's in the neon green color wave. So I'm a big, like, those growing up. Those were some of my favorite shoes. I like the lava in black. He had the neon green, but those are Andre Agassi Nikes. Those are, after Jordan, those are my second favorite shoes.
Okay, that's dope. See, I'm not the biggest sneaker guy, but it's like I got taste, so I know if it looks good, it's good. I can see.
They came out with a clay, and it's like a muted teal and clay of the Agassi's like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, hard pass. Those are literally the lamest of all.
Take it back and attempt again, please.
Yeah. So then I saw Bronson with the neon green. I'm just like, that's those. I'm like, I might, because the problem with the lava, the white with the lava and black, no one owns anything in lava. Like, that's just a color that's not there. I got some neon green shit.
Right. It's like you got to kind of basically just go with coordinated with the black. Like, you got to do, just that.
And then if I'm doing the black, then I'm rocking my 15 pairs of Jordans that have black on them. Like, why don't I need a pair of Andre Agassi?
To see, where do you live? I'm interested to see your shoe collection.
I got good shoes. So not a lot. We'll do our predictions for Clash in Paris next week. Okay. It was kind of a status quo week, which is fine. We've earned a break and a time to take a breath.
Yeah, like, I know a lot of people like to cool down or like to kind of criticize the cool down periods with WWE, but I'm like, you kind of to have the highs, like you kind of have to have the lows, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a low quality wise. Like there's still some decent matches happening in the ring, and
Yeah.
like you can take this time to build out the mid card talent a little bit. So that's fine.
Yeah. And Bailey's going crazy.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I
I'm here
am
for it.
too.
I missed the hugger gimmick. I didn't get to experience that in real time. She has always been damage control Karen before she
Yeah.
turned babyface. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm interested to see something different with her because I really do. Bailey is one of those that I realize how much I love her when she has a match or a storyline or a segment. Like
Yeah. Well, at SummerSlam, when she chose to do the right thing and turn, I'm like, I don't like that.
no, no.
Yeah, I'm just like, give me something else. And to be the setup for her, like, just internally going crazy. I'm just like, all right, I'll allow. I mean, the fact that we can hear her thoughts, I'm like, this is stupid, but
Yeah, it's a little cheesy, but it kind of works. I almost wish that she was. I want to see her like no shade to Julia, but I kind of wish she was the one on SmackDown and going after that belt, maybe tell that story and add some more importance to that belt. I really want that belt to matter. It is not mattering right now.
yeah. Well, I find myself always watching Raw and sometimes watching SmackDown. So I just prefer everyone be on Raw, and I'm good.
I feel that a little bit. I do because there is a lot. It's tough on SmackDown right now, and I'm like, I want y'all to make me want to watch this a little more. Like these 2 hours be going by so slow.
Yeah, and Friday nights are Friday. It's just like, hey, like I could be doing anything other than this on a Friday night, so I'm gonna try to. And then if I see a couple clips on Instagram, I'm just like, I feel like I saw it. I'm not gonna use those 2 hours Saturday morning. Especially with college football starting soon, I'm gonna be watching college football game day. Sundays, I'm gonna be watching NFL, pre-shows, and I'm just like, all right, well, there you went, SmackDown.
Right, and see, it's crazy because when it comes to sports, wrestling is the only thing I watch. So for me, it's like there's a couple content creators that can tell me what happened on SmackDown in like 30 minutes, as opposed to me actually having to sit through this 2 hours. Like,
Exactly. So with that, Ohmar's on the gram. Find him there. It is
the one OG. I will put it somewhere. I'm about to figure out how to change it on Instagram to this underneath because I'm really.
You can change it right here on your thing.
I could change it to the one OG, but I mean, I want to change my Instagram to what I have right here because I feel like
that's a lot of words.
Yes, the Instagram name. I feel like with that one, I've kind of lost it because I, as much as I was born the OG, I am not the only OG in the world. So, but this one, I love this name, so I'm gonna figure out how to change that to that on Instagram. But until then, the one OG. Yeah.
There we go. I'm at Jonny Fairplay and everything. No H in Johnny. It's JONNY FAIRPLAY. JonnyFairplay.com. Links to everything. I got some awesome vinyl records. This one's not for sale, but I have it. So yeah, and get yourself a Cameo. They're great. Go to realityaftershow.com for links to all the stuff. We got coverage of Australian Survivor, Australia versus the world. We're 3 episodes in. Possibly the greatest season of Survivor of all time. It is nuts. Who knew?
And I was considering watching.
Oh, it's great. And we got Gabe's Big Move is tonight. That is one of my favorite podcasts. We got coverage of the Snake. I got Naked and Afraid Apocalypse, me and Trish Belinsky from Naked and Afraid. Bobby Goodspeed and Philip Solomon, they are killing it. And Gabe is there sometimes. They're killing on the Big Brother coverage. There's so much going on. Survivor starts soon. The Floor on Fox. Tickets go on sale tomorrow for Jonny Fairplay and Car Maria. We will be in Boston for the Floor and 99 to Beat premiere party opposite of Survivor season 49 premiere. So it's a big deal. So yeah, go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. Tickets will be on sale tomorrow for that.
No challenge coverage on the channel this season?
No. So Paulie's doing stuff, and Alex and Dan their schedules are tied up until like week 4 of the challenge.
Okay.
And they're just like, I don't know, should we start episode 4? And I'm like, it's your call. I mean, like, I get why you wouldn't, but at the same time, there's a lot of people asking.
Right, like I'm a regular listener to that, so come on, y'all depriving me.
Okay, I'll hit up Dan. I'll see if we can make one of those in case of emergency break last. So let's start. Fuck it, let's start episode 4.
Yeah, come on, man.
Who cares? It's a challenge. You can start where Johnny Bananas is gone. We're good, right?
Right, yeah. He's not, but
Okay, all right, still there. All right, all right. I saw a clip where they said his name 800 times. I figured.
oh god, I'm hoping that it's them getting it all out because he goes early this season. But
Okay. There we go. All right. So with that, thank you, everybody. Click the subscribe button. Leave a comment. That is the best way to control the algorithm. And the algorithm is the most important things of all thing and all of social media and broadcasting and podcasting and all the things. So yeah, leave a comment. And until next week, thank you, everybody. Goodbye.